The 1-2. And that is called strike 3. Isbell is trying to challenge, but it is not granted by the home plate umpire, Quinn Wolcott. Izzy did it too late. And the ball game is over. The Royals lose 7-5. It is an 8th consecutive loss, and of the 8, by far the most demoralizing. The Royals are now 7-16 this season, the worst record in Major League Baseball.
You know, Jake, this is the 3rd game all year that the Royals have lost when leading after 8 innings. Last season, they were 73-0 when leading after 8 innings. So this season's been an unusual season in that regard, but you have to find a way for that bullpen to close some things down.
You have to find a way. Tonight, the Royals were 1 strike away multiple times, but the Orioles carry the day with a 5-run top of the 12th inning. Tune in to Royals TV Wednesday, Game 2 of this series. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock with Royals pregame, and the Royals hope for a different outcome tomorrow. That's the beauty of baseball. There is always a game the very next day. For our director, Steve Kurtenbach, producer Kevin Cedergren, our associate producers, Sam Abramson, Al Broughton, Sean Van Beesler, Greg Jansen, the producer of pre- and postgame, John Harvey, and for Royals Hall of Famer, Jeff Montgomery, for Bridget Howard, I'm Jake Eisenberg. Thanks for sticking with us tonight at Kauffman Stadium. Stay tuned. Royals postgame presented by Price Chopper with Joel and Hutt is next.
Longest Royals game of the year. There were no delays in this one, just game time. Longest of the year, and this by far the worst game so far of this young season, as the Royals in game number 23 on the season experience the unthinkable, on the verge of breaking a 7-game losing streak, and that streak now hits 8 with the worst record in Major League Baseball. Welcome into Royals postgame presented by Price Chopper. Joel Goldberg, Rex Hudler. I said it on the pregame show. You know, you came out like a caged animal from the house, ready to talk baseball. I don't know anyone more positive than Rex Hudler. And yes, I know that there are some silver linings mixed in with all of the disaster of tonight, but there's no sugarcoating it. This is the worst loss of the year.
Oh, man, how painful. You know, the virus has taken a different direction. Even home, they come home for some home cooking, and it's just not happening. I mean, early in the game, they had chances, chance after chance, and bases loaded and loaded and loaded. And then they waited and then finally scored their runs when it was too late.
You know, what I was thinking all game long was that there have been so many times where the offense has needed bailing out this year, and the pitching has done that. Tonight, the offense couldn't get the job done, but it was at least one swing of the bat from Jack Caglione and a brilliant pitching performance from Seth Lugo. And then Matt Strom, we may forget, back in the 8th inning, struck out the side. You could see the emotion. He's fired up. They need something here. On a night where the Boo Birds were out, we don't hear that too often at Kauffman Stadium, and quite frankly, I can't blame them for that because they expect more. The players expect more. They're 1 strike away from this one, and I'll take my chances with Lucas Ursek anytime. I think the concern, HUD, going all the way back to the 9th inning, is all the walks.
Oh, absolutely. Way too much nibbling. And when you get hit like he's been previously, you get a little bit gun shy. So I think that he was being too careful, and when you're careful, you make mistakes. Way too many fastballs over the middle. At 99, look at that kid, that young rookie at 21 years old. What an impressive game. He's got me thinking of trade Rutschman already.
All right, so 10th inning, and I get it. Like, all right,
he's trying.
He's trying.
You got to stay there. Just stay there. You said, oh, maybe I can. No, you can't. Things have been going bad. When you make a commitment, and Monty said it, he was too close to second base. He didn't get enough off the lead to make that happen there.
I get trying to push it because you see the ball get away and you're thinking, this is finally it, we can do it. But you have to be safe. It has been pitching
100% no, 100%. You're going to be safe.
Right.
And he wasn't. It was a miscalculation.
And they just can't afford those mistakes. Offensively, defensively, pitching, on the base paths. And then here's Beavers in the 10th inning. And so he's going to knock one in. And boy, things things ended up falling apart fast, but not quite, because you feel like, okay, it's just one run. You have the placed runner. You're down to your last batter. And there it is, Bobby Witt Jr., and you're thinking, okay, I mean, a game of inches, you are either going to be so happy and relieved to just be done and get the streak over with, and that's where you feel like going in to the 12th inning. The local kid, he had a tough one at Yankee Stadium with a bad break on Friday night. He was upset with that, but he's back home pitching for his hometown Royals, former closer for the Detroit Tigers, and things start to unravel quickly in the worst of ways.
Samuel, again, the catcher, going the opposite way on a nasty breaking ball. I mean, an off-speed pitch that he went with. I mean, this kid he does not look 21 years old at all, but man, be careful here. This guy has been leading their team. Tavares was showing some power on a fastball elevated. Belt high, a little bit higher, and man, out here on the set, Goldie, I'm thinking, no way that's getting out, and it did.
I mean, the wind picked up like at the exact right time for the home run he gave up the other night. This one was just crushed to dead center field. All right, there's no way that they could come back in this one. Is there Nick Lofton back from AAA? I don't know if he had on his bingo card 3 plate appearances coming off of the bench, and the Royals, for the 4th time with bases loaded and nothing to show for it, and now a double knocks in 3, and suddenly you have a baseball game, thinking this could be one of the greatest comebacks and wins amidst all of the misery, but it's not going to happen. It ends in complete misery. 3 hours and 50 minutes. Yes, tomorrow's a new day. Yes, they'll turn the page. Yes, as Jeff Montgomery said, and I believe this as well, that this will pass. But they're digging themselves a hole. Teams can climb out of holes in April, but I thought last Thursday's loss was the most painful of the year, and at the time it was. I didn't think that they would then, 4 nights later, have this type of loss.
You know, the offense has to be able to step up. You mentioned it earlier, the pitching, and Lugo said you could see in his pitches and what he did, look, I'm going to take control and I'm going to shut them out, and they're not even going to get any runs. We're going to win this game. He did his part. 7 innings. And look at, you know, at 63% strikes. This is the best we've seen Lugo, and he continues to get better. We've seen he's been good all year. And then for them not to, early in the game, not get him a big lead, Goldie, you and I talked about the importance of early runs, and so did Monty and Ryan, Jake up in the booth. I heard Monty talk about, you know, those early runs really can't take the pressure off, but Lugo didn't need it. He carried it himself, and you could see, hey, it's my turn. I'm going to get us out of this thing, and the offense just couldn't help.
I look down at my scorecard, and there are some positives. Seth Lugo was number 1. Michael Garcia had 3 hits. To see Nick Lofton come off the bench, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, the missed opportunities were a continuation of what we've been seeing.
Salvi had 3 hits.
Salvi had 3 hits. They went 5 for 21 with runners in scoring position. I don't think that tells the whole story. Leaving 16 on base. We could go on and
that's
on.
That's the storyteller there.
Yeah, and look, teams go through this. It's tough when you go through it in April because you don't have a whole lot else around you. This is it. And so what ends up happening is you're magnified now with a record of 7 and 16. It's just a brutal stretch for the Royals, a brutal gut punch, much worse than the gut punch on Thursday. And I can only imagine Matt Quatraro and what he is processing right now. He's speaking with the media.
Well, it's easy to start at the end. I mean, we feel terrible. You know, I mean, it's a game that you think you have and gets away, and then it is back and forth in extra innings, and it's a great rally at the end, but came up short. So it's a loss. So that's extremely frustrating.
Did you see with Lang there in the Grand Slam and giving it up? Stay with him. What did you see?
Oh, what did I see with him? Yeah, I mean, he elevated that pitch. I mean, we were trying to get, trying to keep it on the ground. Tavares put a good swing on it, hit that ball, grand slam. Is a big swing in the game, obviously.
With Lucas there in the ninth, was it just mislocations on those walks, and is there something he can do to kind of correct those?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be very frustrated with the walks. I mean, it was 2-strike hit that, tied the game, but I think there was 3 walks in the inning, and that's very uncharacteristic for him. So, I mean, he'll be frustrated with it. I don't know if it's a mechanical thing Again, we're looking at pitches that are within a half an inch, but these guys don't expand the zone, and you could see what happened there.
In a game like this, what is the most frustrating?
The loss. It doesn't matter how you get there, or if you're up and you give it up, or you're down and you come back, whatever. I mean, it's a loss at the end of the day.
Matt, from your vantage point, did you want Lane running there for third in that situation? Do you think it was a good?
I mean, he's trying to make something happen, clearly, right? I mean, you're hopeful that you're going to get moved to third, and when he saw that wasn't the case, I mean, he broke off the bag appropriately, and then when he saw the ball got away, it didn't work out, but the aggressiveness is good.
Matt, it looked like Daniel was throwing really well. Can you just take us through the decision to have him just face the one?
Yeah, I mean, Taylor Ward is exceptionally good against lefties, and Schreiber's really good against those guys, and I mean it worked out there. And then we get Beavers 0-2 and just couldn't put him away. He worked a good at bat to get back in the count, but it was really the Taylor Ward matchup.
Left on base, a ton of guys tonight, right? They're not trying to do that, obviously, but what kind of message do you have for these guys to try easy or whatever it is to kind of come through in those spots?
Yeah, I mean, again, I say this a lot, so forgive me, but it's giving yourself as many of those opportunities as you can, and that was the bright side of it. I mean, I thought our at-bats against Bradish were excellent, made him work really well, stayed on him, because sometimes you'll see it where the guys will, any team will run up a high pitch count for a couple innings, and the guy gets a quick inning and he's able to kind of set sail there after that. But our at-bats were good throughout the night on him, but clearly not coming through when we needed. But, the one thing I noticed with him is that breaking ball got better as the game went on, and he located some, and we expanded the zone. So it's more about just staying tight, refining your zone when you know that you have him on the ropes.
You speak about staying the course against Bradish, but that third inning, bases loaded, no outs, and no run comes across. Is there something where you just gotta have it in that moment?
Well, of course, we want it, right? They don't want to give it up. We want it. We didn't come through in that situation. Yeah, I mean, you can try to will yourself to it all you want, but you still have to execute it.
Are the guys frustrated now? Is there a breaking point? I know there's just been kind of a really tough stretch, but how are they kind of handling it?
The mood in the dugout throughout the game, the mood all day in the clubhouse was outstanding. Are they going to be frustrated right now? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, why wouldn't you be? But that's not who they are to hang their heads and not compete.
What's your confidence level in Ursic after some struggles this season?
Yeah, I'm confident in him. I mean, he's got great stuff. It's just you're talking about, again, razor thin margins and the ability to bounce back from a tough inning like this, and he'll do that.
After an outing tonight from Lynch, does that give you more confidence in him to maybe put him in some more higher leverage situations coming up?
Yeah, and I don't think it's not just tonight. I mean, he's been throwing the ball exceptionally well, so that's why he came in that spot to begin with, because we knew it was going to be three righties in the inning he came in, and we had all the confidence in the world to put him there.
Another quality start from Seth Lugo. Just what did you make of his start?
He was awesome. I mean, the efficiency again, I mean, it was 71 after 6, I think it was, and they made him throw 20 there in the 7th, but for him, I mean, the sinker was great. He mixed his breaking balls in really effectively, I should say. But overall, he had great fastball command. I mean, he gave up one hit in the first inning, and that was it, right? Until, I think he retired 14 or 15 in a row there. So, I mean, you can't ask for much more.
Years available tonight?
Not really, no.
Is he dealing with an injury or anything?
No, it's not injury related.
Sorry, and Kaggs is a homer to get you guys on the board. Nice to see him with that swing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see the exit velo or whatever, but you hit a ball like that to center field here, and that's pretty different.
After a loss like this, with it being the 8th consecutive, does the messaging change at all?
No, I mean, we got a game tomorrow. We're going to come out and compete like crazy to try to win that one, because these are over. Doesn't matter what's happened this past week.
In the 11th, you considered Bobby potentially stealing second base there after he gets on?
Yeah. We also know that guy was a 1-2 to the plate, and we like our chances with Vinny swinging the bat, but it's also the 11th. I don't know exactly how good Bobby felt and to be able to run in the 11th inning either.
Royals, meanwhile, Baltimore, it was their second. They take it in stunning fashion. More coming up. Royals Postgame is presented by Price Chopper. For freshness, selection, and low prices, Kansas City knows Price Chopper. Beautiful shots of Kauffman Stadium, and this was the prettiest thing that we saw all night. Cag's homer was great, but this, on a night that ended up turning into a disaster, you can't look past this because Seth Lugo was brilliant, Hud.
Oh, you go Lugo, no question about it. He was so fun to watch, just mixing up his pitches like we talked about in the pregame show, Goldie. Hitters don't want to face a guy that's a craftsman like that. Matter of fact, Picasso, he's a surgeon. He had his scalpel out, whatever you want to call him with some of the great artists or doctors. He was a surgeon. It was beautiful to watch the body of work. And you could tell the veteran that he is, his mentality was, I'm going to take care of this and end the streak. They're not scoring a run off me. And they did it.
He did his part. I was just laughing because I'm thinking like the doctor, the surgeon, the artist.
Picasso.
He was all of it.
Just
Dr.
name
Picasso.
him. Exactly. And that's what we'll have to look forward to tomorrow. Yeah. Bubich, go ahead, shut him down. Yeah. And that's kind of what we'll talk about here in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, so often here, and Lugo lowers his ERA to 1.15, fourth lowest in the major leagues for qualifying pitchers. I'll so often hear this from fans, friends, family, whoever. Boy, Lugo is going to be so mad at everybody tonight. No, he's going to be happy that he did his job. And that's all he can do because he understands there'll be some nights where he's not doing it and they come back and pick him up. But I think the part that hurts the most about tonight is the endless opportunities, which is a continuation. And, you hear Matt Quatrero rightfully so say all the time that what you do is you keep getting more opportunities, more and more and more. So they got more and more and more tonight and they couldn't do anything with it.
Right, you're right. The opportunities is what you want, but not coming through is what you don't want. And these guys are proven. Most of them all are. Jensen's proven enough to where he knows he can get big base hits, but that's what somebody's got to step up and take the lead, and they're just not doing it. Massey, I like him in there at second base. He's a good defender, and he swings a good bat. It's just going to take time for each one of these guys. Now, Cags, when he had the bases loaded, he overswung. He came out of himself. Guys are trying too hard. You could tell. They wanted to be the guy. But you have to sometimes slow the game down and be selective and be patient and make that pitcher throw strikes. And they didn't. They came out of themselves, Goldie. It was tough.
Yeah, and it was over and over again. I think that first inning one was so big because, the double play, but we saw it again in the third, and then we see it again in the sixth inning. And you like the guys you had up at that point, too. Michael Garcia had 3 hits on the night. Vinny took 2 walks in his first 2 plate appearances, and I don't take that lightly. That means he's seeing the ball well, but it just didn't work out for them. And I want to share this number too before we head down to the clubhouse because it can be deceiving. The Royals went 5 for 21 with runners in scoring position. The 21 at bats were the most since last September. When I read that, I say, well, probably because that would have been a game where the offense dominated. And that was the case. September 19th, they went 13 for 25 with runners in scoring position. That was that Friday night we were off on Apple TV where they blasted Max Scherzer in Toronto 20-1. You weren't talking about all the opportunities and the missed opportunities they capitalized. The bigger key is they stranded 16 on base tonight. That is the most that they have stranded in a game since June 29th, 2016 at St. Louis when they left 19. Point is that this is not normal. Teams just don't leave 16 on base. I mean, that's as bad as it gets.
I agree with that, Goldie. Thanks for the numbers. Sometimes it helps to be able to put some things in perspective of really how bad the offense is right now.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's just it.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line.
I mean, that's it. And there are little things we could sugarcoat, but I don't think they're going to say anything differently right now. I know this much they want it. They're putting in the work. They're going to turn the page and try to make sure that tomorrow's the day, and maybe it will be. I know that both of the leaders are talking to the media downstairs. Salvador Perez, Bobby Witt Jr. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, it sucks, no? When we lose again. 6, 7 in the row, something like that. Yeah, I think we kind of hit better today. You know, part of the game, nothing we can do about this one, you know. We need to prepare and get ready for tomorrow.
You feel like the guys are going to move on pretty quickly from this?
Yeah, they're gonna move in pretty quickly. They're ready to compete every day, you know, and I believe and I trust my guy, you know, and I think we got. I know that we have better team than what we look right now, and I hope we can get out of this one tomorrow.
Not easy to go through a stretch like this, but what do you think this group is learning throughout this?
Get ready, prepare yourself, and compete every day. I think that's the best thing we can learn on this. They can take it two ways. You keep going down or make you a better player, you know, and get out of this quicker we can.
It's frustrating. You gotta nail it on the head. It sucks. Yeah, it's just frustrating to be in this situation here, and just because you look back 2 months ago, a month ago, whatever, we wouldn't. No one in here would believe that we are technically the worst team in baseball. We believe in each and every one in here, and that's how we just got to go about it. We got to get better every day and try to just improve. And so it's frustrating. It sucks. It's just one of those things where we just got to be better. We got to play better. I got to take better at bats. Mikey leads off the game, a couple games with a leadoff hit, and I strike out. Got to get better. Just those things. It's just gotta play baseball. We got to go out there and just enjoy the game. We get this opportunity to put this uniform on every day. Not a lot of people get to do what we're doing, and so we got to enjoy that. And it just I feel like as hitters, it sucks because of what our pitchers are doing and how well they're throwing, and it sucks for the fans that how we're playing because how we know how much better we are, and it's one of those things where it's just we just got to go home, go to sleep, get back tomorrow, and just get together and play together as one. Everyone pull on the same rope, take things one pitch at a time, one at bat at a time, and just play the game of baseball that we've played since we were 5, 10, whatever long our whole entire lives, and just really enjoy the game and know that this opportunity that we have can't take it for granted.
You guys put so many runners on base today. You think at some point you're going to break through. What's going through your head individually and collectively when you don't?
Yeah, I know for a fact everyone wants to be the guy to get the hit. Everyone wants to, and so it's just trying to go up there with a mindset of you're facing a guy that's trying to take yours, and you just got to go up there and compete, go up there and grind, and put together a good at bat, and do it for the team, and just go up there and just really enjoy the moment. And so, get back to pressure is a privilege. Be there. It's an opportunity to help the team. If you don't do it, know that your guy behind you is going to do it. And that's just the mindset we got to have moving forward. And so, this game's so amazing because we get to wake up tomorrow and play another game. And we're go tomorrow. We're 0-0 in my book, and just go from there.
No.
And that is the right attitude, but they'll need to sleep on this one and come back and do it again tomorrow. We're back after a quick break. Royals Postgame is presented by Price Chopper. For freshness, selection, and low prices, Kansas City knows Price Chopper. What a wild one and extremely disappointing one this was. And I think for most of the Royals pitchers, you always feel good about turning the page in terms of what you have coming out there. It doesn't always work. It didn't yesterday for Cole Reagans. It did for Seth Lugo tonight. So tomorrow it's Hugo, Lugo, Bubic.
That's
I
right.
had to go with something funny.
No. I like it. Chris Bubic has the skills. If he's in control of his body, sometimes he gets away and he walks a few. Limit the walks. Just go attack hitters, and our offense will come alive tomorrow and the pin to win.
Well, the pen certainly needs to right the ship after last night. The offense needs to right the ship after the last week and a half or so. 8-game losing streak. They had a longer one last June, but right now it is good for the worst record in baseball. They will try to sleep this one off and get back at it tomorrow as the Royals lose it in extra innings. For HUD, I'm Joel. Good night, everybody.